This week, vegan meat is launching in one of the world's top beef-eating countries. Germany is closing its last 84 coal plants. Fashion house Chanel created a gold hat made from pineapple leather. This university just flunked meat. And find out how Starbucks is upping its vegan options. All that and more on Live Kindly's weekly vegan news. Marfrig Global Foods, the world's largest hamburger producer, is launching plant-based meat in Brazil. Marfrig will partner with global food processing brand Archer Daniels Midland to make the raw ingredients. Marfrig joins the growing list of companies offering meat-free products in Brazil. JBS, the world's largest beef processor, recently launched the plant-based Incredible Burger under its Sierra brand. Brazilian food tech startup Fazenda Futuro recently launched its Futuro Burger, which is made from pea, soy, and chickpea protein, and has a realistic taste and texture similar to the Beyond Burger. Brazil is one of the top beef-eating countries in the world, consuming an average of 78.9 pounds of beef per capita, but more are opting to eat less. According to Consumidor Moderno, the number of Brazilians going meat-free increased from 8% to 12% between 2012 and 2018. 14% of Brazil's Generation Z, more than 22 million people, don't eat meat, with concern about animal welfare and the environment being the main motivators. Goldsmiths University of London banned beef from all campus shops and cafes. The university will no longer serve burgers, lasagna, or tacos made with beef, as part of its goal to become carbon neutral by 2025. Declaring a climate emergency cannot be empty words, Professor Francis Corner, the new warden of Goldsmiths, said. Professor Corner took over the role earlier this month.
I was very aware of the broader issues around the environment, climate change. There was a beginning of discussions about how we were going to face these sorts of issues.
The beef ban is the first announcement she has made since stepping into the position. The growing global call for organizations to take seriously their responsibilities for halting climate change is impossible to ignore. Research published in the journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences reveals the full scope of beef's impact on the planet. Production of the popular red meat calls for 28 times more land than pork or chicken, 11 times more water, and 5 times the carbon emissions. Globally, cattle account for 65% of the livestock industry's greenhouse gas emissions. Compared to crops like potatoes, wheat, and rice, beef requires 160 times more land and produces 11 times more greenhouse gas emissions. As well as banning beef, Goldsmiths will install more solar panels and transition to a 100% clean energy supplier. The university is targeting plastic pollution by charging students a 10 pence fee on single-use plastic bottles and cups of water to discourage use. Coming up, Chanel makes a hat from vegan leather. Coming soon, apparel by Live Kindly. Sign up using the link in the description to get 10% off your first order. Germany is closing its 84 remaining coal plants to reduce its carbon emissions. It will shift to renewables instead. The announcement came earlier this year as Germany revealed its struggle to meet its carbon dioxide emissions targets.
Es ist geschafft.
It's done, he said. 96.4% of the members of the Commission have approved this draft, which was finally discussed overnight.
Coal accounted for 40% of Germany's electricity at the start of the year. It is one of the top consumers of coal in the world, and coal is the EU's biggest economy. The nation accounts for the bulk of coal production, responsible for around 1/3 of electricity-related CO2 emissions. It generates roughly half of the EU's electricity from brown coal, which emits higher levels of CO2. This is an historic accomplishment, Ronald Pafala, chairman of the 28-member government commission, said at a news conference in Berlin last January. It was anything but a sure thing, but we did it. There won't be any more coal-burning plants in Germany by 2038. More than halfway into 2019, German coal production has fallen by a fifth, largely replaced by renewables like wind farms and solar. Wind is on track to become the country's largest source of electricity. Renewables will account for 65 to 80% of Germany's electricity by 2040, officials say. Chanel debuted a hat made from vegan leather in its pre-fall 2019 runway show. The French fashion house's Golden Boater is priced at $2,300 and is made from Pinatex, a vegan leather made from pineapple leaf fibers that mimic the appearance and feel of the real thing.
We started to work with some of the fibers and pineapple fibers from the leaves. Because they're so fine, they gave me the idea, what if we can make a mesh that looks and can replace leather? And that was the simple start of Pinatex.
Chanel is making an effort to adopt new policies in line with the rising demand for more ethical fashion. Last year, it banned exotic animal skins, like snake, crocodile, and stingray, and fur from its collections. The fashion giant isn't the first to dabble with Pinatex's vegan leather. Luxury men's brand Hugo Boss launched shoes made with pineapple leather last year. Pinatex was also featured in a recent H&M collection. Vegan watch brand Watch launched watches with pineapple leather straps. Coming up, the world's largest pork producer is launching vegan meat. A global vegan diet could stop climate change, according to a new report. The UN's Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change revealed that there needs to be a global shift in food production in order to dramatically reduce carbon emissions.
Some diets require more land and water and lead to higher emissions than others. For example, diets that are high in grains, nuts and vegetables have a lower carbon footprint than those that are high in meat, and they lead to better health outcomes. But of course, dietary choices are influenced by local production practices and cultural habits.
The report notes that the consumption of healthy and sustainable diets, such as those based on coarse grains, pulses, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, presents major opportunities for reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Animal agriculture industries, including meat, dairy, and eggs, account for the majority of the world's greenhouse gas emissions. Shifting to renewable energy and electric cars will not be enough. Time is of the essence, according to researchers. Around the world, the impact of the climate crisis is already being felt. July was the hottest month on record, reaching 1.2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. The threshold is 1.5 degrees Celsius. After this, we could see climatic destabilization, say scientists. Smithfield, the world's largest producer of pork, is launching vegan meat. The Smithfield-owned Pure Farmland brand mimics Beyond Meat's and Impossible Foods' bleeding plant meat products that have sparked a food revolution in recent months. Pure Farmland will launch with 8 initial products, including plant-based burgers, meatballs, breakfast patties, and ground beef-style protein starters. Some of the items will also feature vegan cheese, a burger with dairy-free cheddar, and meatballs with dairy-free Parmesan. It's the first time a U.S. pork producer has launched both plant-based meat and dairy products at once. Smithfield Foods has come under fire for its hog farms. Undercover drone footage in 2014 exposed massive manure lagoon runoff linked to widespread air and water pollution in North Carolina. Other investigations have exposed animal abuse by Smithfield employees, but a shift toward the burgeoning plant meat category could help the brand pivot away from questionable practices. The new range also calls attention to local farmers through a partnership with the American Farmland Trust. With every package sold, the brand pledges to donate the cost of protecting 1 square foot of farmland, the company noted in a press release. These donations will help the American Farmland Trust continue to further its mission of not only protecting the nation's farm and ranch land, but also promoting sound farming practices and supporting farmers. Starbucks is upping its vegan food game. Locations across Canada are introducing dairy-free yogurt parfaits and vegan everything bagels. The chain's everything bagels were previously topped with Asiago cheese. Social media users are already finding the new bagel option, which can be paired with Starbucks vegan avocado spread. The world's largest coffee chain has not ignored the calls for more vegan options. Last year, Starbucks launched acai bowls in the US, but until now, its efforts have mostly been outside of North America. In the UK, Starbucks has savory options like vegan mac and cheese, breakfast burritos, beetroot wraps, and roasted vegetable bowls, as well as sweets like vegan chocolate raspberry cake and pistachio butter bars. Starbucks is well aware of the demand in North America. Last year, Starbucks COO Rosalind Brewer said, "We know our customers ask us that repeatedly, and we'll be responding." Ben Stiller spent a fortune on vegan food at By Chloe. The Zoolander star was spotted at the popular fast casual Spot's Boston location. His order consisted of quinoa taco salad, as well as mac and cheese, kale artichoke dip, classic burger, spicy Thai salad, and freshly brewed iced tea. By Chloe has locations in New York City, Boston, London, and Rhode Island. It will soon open its first to-go location in Midtown East, New York City, just after opening a new 1,700 square foot location in early August. It will also take over the iconic coffee shop in Union Square, famous for being featured in Sex and the City. By Chloe will open its first Canadian location in Toronto later this year, with a second restaurant already slated for early 2020. That's it for today. Do you think Starbucks needs more vegan options? Let us know in the comments. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We'll see you again next week for Live Kindly's weekly vegan news.